Right now, you're probably addicted to using your phone, and today I'm going to help you quit your phone addiction. You've probably tried to quit before, but you just hear the same advice every single time, and it doesn't really help you quit long term. You probably make a little bit of progress, and you just keep on ending up where you started. So if you're addicted to your phone, I got you, bro. I'm going to help you out today. This is really only for people that are serious about taking action and taking action today. If you're just going to watch this video, not really pay attention to it, and just go to the next one and not take any action, there's no point of being here, and you should just go like watch Mr. Beast instead for some sort of entertainment. Here, congrats, I already got an actionable step for you. I want this to be the last YouTube video you watch today. You don't need to be watching any more videos or consuming any more content, so challenge yourself and try to make this the last video you watch today. And if you really want to challenge yourself, make this the last time you use any sort of social media today. I used to be super down bad when I was using my phone. I used to average around like 7 to even 12 hours of screen time. Like I was sacrificing my sleep just to, scroll on my phone and answer text messages and watch YouTube videos. So I was trying to quit my phone addiction for around 2 years, and really only till these past 6 months or so have I really made consistent progress. Time is your most valuable resource ever. You're never going to get any of it back. You can't get more of it. And so you only have 24 hours in a day. You sleep for 8 hours, hopefully. You go to work or school for around 8 hours. There's like those extra couple hours getting ready for work or school. And then you have like 4 to 5 hours just being on your phone. And now you only have like 4 hours left in the day to really do anything. And a lot of that is just spent like eating and doing the basic tasks you do. So now you have really no time to do anything at all. The statistic actually scares you. So the average screen time is around 4 to 5 hours, right? It's probably a lot worse now, but let's just say 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours of screen time every single day in your lifetime adds up to around like 7 to 9 years. Do you know what you could do in 7 to 9 years? But instead, you're just stuck on your phone, not even doing anything with your life. So this should get you angry that this little piece of technology is ruining your life and wasting all of your potential away. 9 years, you could completely change life. You could change the world, but instead, you're stuck on your phone. Number one is setting the right expectations and intentions. So right now, you probably expect to maybe quit in 24 hours or 2 days or even a week, because you see all these videos out there. They say the same shit and they have the same title. It's like, quit your phone in 24 hours, 2-day protocol. None of these work. This damage is chronic. You've been using your phones a lot, so it's going to take a long-term solution in order to fix this problem, and also a lifestyle change in order to fix this problem. So actionable step number 2. If you follow all these steps, you will make progress. If you don't, you won't. So step 1, figure out all the apps that distract you the most, like Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube. Figure out which ones you spend the most time on, which just waste your time. And don't lie to yourself. Don't try to convince yourself that they're productive. Just be honest with yourself. So find these apps and then just delete them. That's the first thing we need to do. So just deleting these apps isn't going to cure the addiction, but it's really a great first step we can take. You heard me tell you to delete these apps. There's probably this little voice in your head telling you, oh, you don't need to delete these apps. I could probably just, control myself and not delete them, or, I have people to talk to. I just need to, keep them. Be honest with yourself. You know that these apps ruin your life, so don't try to lie to yourself and cope with yourself. You need to delete these right now. And stop acting like you would have the willpower to not use these apps, because if you did, you wouldn't be watching a video on how to quit your phone addiction. So please just try to delete them today. Now go to your settings and turn off all the notifications. Now, once again, your brain's probably making excuses on why you shouldn't turn off your notifications. That part of your brain hasn't really helped you much yet, so I wouldn't listen to it, and just turn off your notifications right now. Notifications are one of the most distracting things, and they really trigger doom scrolling all the time. You could be doing something productive like work on your homework or lifting weights or doing calisthenics, and then that notification comes, you get dopamine in your brain, you just open your phone, you think you're going to respond to one message, and it ends up being like an hour of doom scrolling. Next, put a time limit on your phone. So if you have more than 4 to 5 hours of screen time on your phone, or you feel like you have no self-control when it comes to using your phone, once again, just be honest with yourself. Just put your ego aside and admit to yourself you have no self-control. It's fine. But if you feel like you're in that situation, do this. So get a screen time app, or just do it on your phone if you have an Apple phone, and put a time limit on there. So think of the most distracting time of the day for you. It could be all day even, right? And what you want to do is just put a time limit on your phone and have your friend make the password. Basically means you can't turn your time limit off, and your friend's basically holding you accountable when it comes to using your screen time. So if they have the password, they can turn it on and off, but you don't know what the password is, so you can't just turn it off and keep using your phone, because you'll probably end up doing that. I really recommend you find someone that can hold you accountable. It could be a friend, it could be a sibling, maybe not a sibling, that would go wrong, but friend, or even your parents. Put a screen time widget on your phone. So this pretty much just means every time you turn your phone on, it'll show how long you've been on your screen. And the reason why this is important is because every time you open your phone, you know where you are progress-wise. So if you have a lot of screen time, you'll see it and you can't really escape it, and it'll start to anger you a little bit and drive you to get off your phone. Like, when I was starting out, I enabled this screen time widget and it was like 5 hours, and I'm like, fuck, that's really bad. So I just got kind of mad and turned my phone off. So enable your screen time widget, and the second thing you want to do is just turn your phone on grayscale. This just makes it a lot less stimulating and makes everything a little bit more boring, so there isn't that same amount of dopamine being released from your brain when you open your phone. Okay, so all those things make it easier to quit your phone, but they don't really solve the root problem of why you're addicted to your phone. So how do we solve a phone addiction? First of all, usually all of our addictions are symptoms of a much bigger problem, which is poor mental health. And this is where it becomes difficult to quit your addiction, because improving your mental health isn't always super easy. Just use the band-aid solutions, like, all the things I said before, but that doesn't solve the root problem long term. Now, there's probably a reason why you keep on opening your phone and just being stuck on it for hours every single day. There's probably something that kind of just makes you feel bad. Maybe you feel unfulfilled in life. Maybe you feel purposeless. Maybe you're just stressed as fuck all the time. Maybe you don't like your girlfriend and she's insane. Maybe your parents don't like you. There's probably something right now that you don't really think about too much, but it's always in the back of your head, kind of just like causing like pain in your brain. So you need to figure out what this is and start resolving it. On how it happened with me. So around a month ago, I was super stressed, right? There's people that weren't paying me, and they're supposed to pay me for my business. I was going to a fire academy for a month, and I got no sleep from that, and I still had to make YouTube videos and keep my business on track. I had things to pay off. There's just a bunch of things adding up, and I felt super stressed. And instead of just facing that feeling and just accepting it, I didn't want to feel it, so instead I kind of just coped and used my phone all the time because it gave me a false sense of security. There's probably some sort of feeling that you're trying to avoid by just using your phone constantly. It could be not wanting to go to school and constantly getting bullied and being insecure. It could be like, being broke. It could be like having to pay the rent and you're just stressed all the time. It could be like, you just feel super unfulfilled in life and you don't want to have to deal with that feeling, so instead you do this other thing. It could be like there's a bunch of problems you're having with your family. I don't know what it is, but there's probably something right now that's causing you to just want to escape. Pretty much once you improve your mental health a lot, you're no longer going to have this urge to just like constantly use your phone and constantly indulge. You're not going to have that like impulse to do it anymore. To improve my mental health. So the first one was deep journaling. So I just pretty much write about whatever was on my mind at the end of the day. So what I could improve on, what was kind of bothering me, what I was worried about, what I was stressed about, and what I could do about it. And then I'll just read over the journal and just kind of assess what I could do the next day to improve better. And I basically just get all the thoughts that were stuck in my brain just onto a piece of paper, and it would just help clear your mind a little bit. Important step you need to do to improve your mental health is to be able to detach your perception from the reality. Sometimes we have certain thoughts coming in, and a lot of times we perceive these thoughts as not actually what is really happening and what's going on. And a lot of times we just think of the most negative case scenario or the worst thing happening. We dwell on that idea and we just keep on thinking just that's the reality, right? This worst case scenario. And we end up just getting caught up in these problems that don't even really exist. And we get super stressed, super nervous. And we just start acting really weird about these problems that we kind of just made up in our head. So it's really important that you start being able to define what's a perception versus what's a reality. And once you do that, you'll be a lot less caught up in your head and you'll have a lot less negative thoughts. So how do we fix that? The best way to do this is to be present in the moment, to be aware of what's going on in the right now. And how you do that is you do it through meditation. So most of us, we're not even aware of the moment. We're just caught up in our heads all the time, just overthinking, just being anxious all the time. And the best way to solve this is through meditation. So pretty much meditation is like the gym, and mindfulness is the gains you get from meditation. So I recommend you just meditate every single day for around 5 to 20 minutes. If you do this consistently, you'll see a huge improvement in your mental health. A huge thing that helped improve my mental health was practicing a dopamine detox and reducing instant gratification. So pretty much doing easy bad habits like video games, junk food, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. It pretty much just makes life harder to enjoy because now you need more stimulation to feel happy. So by reducing that, it's easier to enjoy the little things in life. It's easier to feel content and satisfied with life. So simply by just reducing the amount of, like instant gratification you do, the amount of dopamine you put into your brain, it's going to be easier to feel happy and easier to enjoy your life. Next thing is you need a much stronger reason why. So you're wasting all this time on your phone, and there's not really that many consequences from all this wasted time. There's not really much that's going to bite you back and cause any sort of pain or regret. Right now, it's just like you waste a bunch of time and, you're not taking life too seriously. Maybe you go to school or work and you kind of just waste the rest of your time because there's no like higher purpose or higher responsibility. Example of a super strong reason why is this. So let's just say you live in kind of a poor country, your family works 12 hours a day, you can barely afford food, and you just live in a very poor living situation. So you want to try to retire your family or at least make some money to improve your living situation. So using your phone is unacceptable because now you have this much bigger reason why to not use your phone. Now there's consequences that are going to happen when you use your phone because you're wasting time that could have been spent hopefully retiring your family and putting them in a better situation. Now when you use your phone, you're going to make the future worse for your family. Now you have a much bigger reason why. When your life just comes down from going home from school or work, eating junk food, just playing video games, and there's no real purpose or reason why, there's not going to be any consequences really for your phone addiction except for you just feeling like shit. So there's not really this bigger reason why that's going to drive you to not do this activity. The next thing is just practicing and improving your discipline. So it's not about quitting your phone, it's about improving your discipline so you can quit your phone. So pretty much here's what you do. So to have more discipline, you don't want to start off super big. You want to just start doing small, slightly uncomfortable actions every single day that you kind of know you can do. It could be like every day when you wake up, you don't use your phone for 5 minutes and instead you do 5 push-ups. And it could be something super simple like that. You just want to do something that you don't feel like doing, but you do it anyways. And then when you complete that, just make it a little bit more difficult. And every time, just make it a little bit more difficult to basically level up your discipline. So pretty much I started off just doing 50 push-ups in the morning, washing my face, taking a cold shower. But then once that became easy, I upped it to doing 150 push-ups, 5 minutes of hitting the heavy bag, 40 pull-ups, and then taking a cold shower. I made it a little bit more difficult. Simply just practicing small acts of discipline that you do consistently will make it a lot easier to quit your phone because now you're practicing doing uncomfortable things even when you kind of don't feel like it. It translates into your phone addiction because a lot of times you're going to really want to scroll on your phone. And you're going to feel uncomfortable when you don't, but you go through that discomfort anyways to improve your future life. I'm going to go through a protocol with all the actionable steps to quit your phone addiction. So if you follow all these steps, you'll quit your phone addiction. If you don't, and you slack off on some of them, then you won't. So make sure to follow all of them. I'll leave a link in the description just for all the notes from this video. So step 1, put a screen time widget on your phone. And then also turn all the notifications off, delete all the distracting apps, and put your phone on a grayscale. Do that right now. Next, focus on improving your mental health. So what I do is I just have a certain routine of certain things I do just to, not have a fucked up brain. So pretty much I just journal every day, just kind of review the day, meditate every single day, have a hard workout that I'm proud of every single morning, and then I also practice some gratitude. Enable a screen time limit. So especially if you're really addicted to social media, have an accountability partner to have that password for you so they can hold you accountable and you don't delete the app or disable the screen time limit. Every single morning when you wake up, do not open your phone. If you open your phone, chances are that one reel will turn into an hour worth of reels and now you fried your brain for the day and you're probably going to end up, doing a lot more screen time. So the first thing you need to do is every single morning, do not open your phone at all. Add a little bit more discipline into your day. Start practicing more discipline. So start off small and just give yourself some slightly difficult or uncomfortable thing you do every single morning. It could be push-ups, it could be meditation, it could be just not using your phone for a couple of minutes. Just have something you do every single day and stay consistent with it so you can start practicing more discipline. Those easy things good, start just making your whole routine a little bit more structured throughout the day. Next, figure out a stronger reason why. This could be a huge goal that you have or something that really matters to you. So have 1 to 4 goals, don't have any more. Preferably just have one goal, something that gets you out of the bed in the morning, something that makes you value your time a lot more. When it comes to quitting your phone usage, follow this plan. So instead of trying to just go from 12 hours to 1 hour a day, do this instead. So let's say you do 12 hours screen time every day. For the first week, try to get only 11 hours every single day. And once you complete 11 hours every day for a week, try to move down to 10 or 8, and then keep moving down every time you complete sort of a level. So don't start off just going extreme. Instead, try to make small progress because you'll be able to maintain that for the longer term. Pretty much what you do is just write down a habit tracker and check off every single day you make one of those improvements. So if your goal is only 11 hours every single day instead of 12, just check off every time you get it. And once you get it for a whole week in a row, then you can move on to the sort of next
So one
level.
tip that I have is to catch yourself when you're about to open your phone. Sometimes we go like scroll or stay on our phones for hours. We don't even realize that we just did that. So what you want to do is when you practice meditation, you're going to be more aware of the actions you take. So once you open your phone, just count yourself down from 3, 2, 1, and then that's when you turn off your phone. And once you do this once, it's going to be a lot easier just to repeat it throughout the day. All right, that's pretty much it. There's no magic trick or like simple trick to quit your phone addiction. You just need to follow these actions and stay consistent. And so congrats for staying till the end of the video. You have a top 1% attention span. That's it for this time. Bye.